So I feel like as we're moving into a new phase, even if it's just an arbitrary day on the calendar, it's maybe a good message to our beings to start in a restful pose. So I would like us to come into child's pose to begin class today. So if your head doesn't come to the ground or if it's too hard on you, it's nice sometimes to widen your thighs and then kind of let yourself come down. If you have a big belly, that gives you room for your belly. Um, and if your head still doesn't come to the ground, maybe you can grab a pillow or rest your forehead on hands or fists. If your head does come to the ground or is on a pillow, let's fold the arms alongside the body and just let the shoulders relax down over the legs. Feel the upper body resting on the legs, resting on the earth. The head resting, really embracing this notion of rest. So many people have aspirations for the new year to do more, and sometimes it's also helpful to remind ourselves to do less. We can just be here and breathe. Feel how rich this moment is, just being the body with the breath and the mind aware of the breath. Maybe deepening the breath and filling more of your body with that nice full inhale. Feeling even more relaxation as you exhale. Letting go of the body. Letting go of the thoughts. Focusing all your attention on the breath. Can you feel the side bodies breathing? And we'll move into a little bit of a flow. On the inhale, we'll curl up. You can either stay sitting on your heels or come to your knees and reach the arms up. And then on the exhale, if you're sitting on your feet, the hands come to the ground. If you're up on your knees, maybe the hands come to the heels. And we take one inhale there. And then exhale, come back into child's pose. Inhale up, reach the arms up. Exhale the hands down. Inhale, lifting the heart. Exhale, coming back into child's pose. So you really need to stretch the breath out because it takes quite a bit of time to go from the third position back into child's pose. So really lengthen the breath. See if you can do these movements really just on the one inhale and the one exhale. Continue at your own pace. And we'll do one last round, whatever one you're in. And then we'll end in child's pose. Check in with your breath. Does it feel bigger or slower or faster or smaller than before the flow? And then bring your hands under your shoulders, lift yourself up, and we'll just move through a few cat and cow. And as always, if you want to work harder and do downward dog and upward dog instead, you're welcome to. And then let's all find our way onto hands and knees into a table position. We're going to step the right foot out and then bring it to about 2 o'clock. So it's not out to the side, but it's kind of 45 degrees between forward and sideways. Okay. Now we're going to walk the hands around so that one is on the outside of the leg and one is on the inside. And then wrap the first two fingers of your left hand around your right big toe. And then pull your left hip back. Drop your head down. Maybe it slightly rests on the left arm. And then just play with the movement of your hips. See where you find the best stretch. I find that there's different stretches depending on just the subtlest movement of my hips. So we'll be here for a while so that we can really explore the nuance and the variations. And hopefully your breath is really finding a nice baseline underneath the movement. Okay, and then release your hands, bring them around to the front. Send your right leg out to 3 o'clock, straight out to the side. Walk your hands in. Inhale, reach up. And exhale, come down to the right. Reaching over with the left hand. Rolling your gaze up or down. Pressing down through your left foot. Breathing long into your fingers. Sliding down as you exhale. And then inhale, lift that left arm up. Exhale, bring it down to your left heel. If you don't reach your heel, curl your toes under. If you still don't reach your heel, hand on the hip is a great alternative. And then we're going to lean back, lift the chest, lift the right arm. Drop the head back if you can. If that gives you vertigo or hurts your neck, you can just drop your head to the left, whatever's comfortable for you. Straighten your right leg. Reach out of your right fingers. Breathe into this big, wide open space that your body's creating. And then lift yourself up, keep the arm up in the air. Bring your left hand to the ground in line with your left knee. Lift your right leg. Try to get it parallel to the ground. And point and flex your foot. And then take hold of that right foot with the right hand. Kick the foot back. Maybe roll your gaze up. As you're kicking your foot into your hand is resisting. Beautiful. And now send that right foot all the way back and open again. Spread the breath across the belly, across the ribs, up into the chest. Notice how the breath is just slightly different in this expression of our heart opener than our earlier one. Okay, now we're going to lift that left hand, place it in front of us, step the right foot back behind, and open some more, changing it yet again. And release the right hand down to the ground. Bring the right knee in, come into child's pose. If you want, you can do an extended child's pose and press forward with the hands, counter stretching all those backward bends. And then come up onto hands and knees. Step the left foot at about 2 o'clock, halfway between out to the side and straight ahead. Walk your hands over to the left until one hand is on the outside. And then take the first two fingers of your right hand, wrap it around your big toe. If you're not reaching your big toe, you can grab on wherever you can reach. Let your head rest down. Maybe it'll rest on the inner right arm. Doesn't have to, but you're welcome to. And then pull your hips back. And then kind of move your hips around, feeling all the different little stretches that you can accomplish here. Breathing into them. You find one that you want to be still in and just hang there and breathe, go ahead. Release your hands, bring them in front of you, and bring the left leg out to the side. Walk your hands in, roll yourself up, coming into gateway pose. Reach up as you inhale, and left arm down. Sliding it down your leg, rolling your gaze up if you can, just to keep that openness through the chest. Feel the breath coming up that whole right side. Inhale, right arm up. Exhale, right hand to the right foot, taking the heel, curling the toes under if need be, or taking the hip, leaning back into it, bringing your hips forward, your heart up, your left arm up, and then straighten your left leg. Really actively straighten your left leg. See if you can feel the shape that your breath occupies. What part of your body is emphasized here? And then lift yourself up. Bring your right hand to the ground beside you, level with the knee, and send the left leg up. Try to get it parallel to the ground. And point and flex that foot. Beautiful. Bend the knee, take hold of the foot, kick the foot back, resist with your hand, roll your heart up, look up, breathe. And release and bring the foot to the floor. Send the arm up and back. Roll your right ribs up. So those bottom ribs kind of spiraling upward toward the sky. Feel the breath. Maybe close your eyes. Feel the shape and the placement of the breath. Where is the breath creating space? Where is it stretching you open? Where is there resistance? Okay, bring that hand in front of you. Step that left foot behind you and rotate up again. Beautiful. Bring the hand down, return the knee, and come into child's pose or extended child's pose with the arms forward, pressing the hips back. And then if the arms are on forward, bring them forward. Lift your buttocks off your heels. Spread your fingers wide. Curl the toes. Take a breath in. And exhale, bend the knees. Keep them bent. Press the hands forward. Pretend you're trying to be in child's pose again, trying to lay your belly onto your thighs and resting your head down. Notice where a deep breath lands. And then try to keep your belly as close to your thighs as you straighten your legs and press your heels down. Press forward through the fingers, back through the hips, down through the legs, into the feet. Create length as you inhale and sink as you exhale. And then on your next inhale, lift the left leg. Exhale, lower the hips and bring the knee to the left elbow. Inhale, lift the leg. Exhale, lower the hips and bring the knee toward the right elbow. Again. Keep going, alternating sides. We'll just do 3 of each. After you've done 3, you'll inhale and lift the leg and then slide the knee up in between the hands. Keep the back toes curled under and lift the back knee. Come up onto fingertips. And see if you can drop the left buttock down without shifting to the side. Good. Press back through the right heel, lift up through the heart. Roll the shoulders back. That looks beautiful, Rod. And then bring that right knee down. Bend the knee. Reach your left hand back for the foot. And pull the foot all the way toward the buttock. Switch your arms, Kelly. And then try to slide your right knee back a little more. And release that foot. Take a breath in, lift your heart. And exhale, fold over your leg. Coming down toward the ground, maybe making a pillow with your hands or fists. Okay, lift your head up. Plant your hands, curl your right toes under, step back into plank. Lift your belly up to support your spine. Press your heels back, your tailbone down. And then slowly lower your body to the ground. If you can keep your knees off the ground, go ahead, or bring your knees onto the ground and then lower. Let's take a moment here, feeling this new posture. And then just place your stacked hands under your forehead. Curl the left toes under. Lift the left knee, stretch back through the heel. Press down into the pelvis. And then go ahead and lift the left leg up as high as you can without bending the leg. And then lift your head and send the right arm forward. And you can bring that left arm back if you want. Pressing down into the toes of your right foot might help you press down into your and release down. Stacking your hands, resting your leg, feeling your breath. Maintain the rhythm of your breathing as you press back up into downward dog. Exhale, lower your hips, bring your right knee toward your right elbow. Inhale, lift. Exhale, right knee toward the left elbow. Inhale, lift. Exhale, right. And then continue like that. Switching sides. After you've done 3 on each side, you'll bring your knee through in between the hands and stay on the back toes with the back knee lifted and come up onto the fingertips. Feel the breath, feel the stretch. Roll the shoulders back. Nice. And that left knee comes down. We'll bend the knee and reach for the foot with the right hand and pull the heel toward the buttock. Nice, slow, easy breathing. And release the hand and foot. Take a breath in, lengthen out through the heart. And exhale, fold over the leg. Resting your head. Let go of your belly, let go of your buttocks. Just breathe. And lift your head, plant your hands shoulder width apart. Curl your left toes under and step your right foot back, coming into plank. Tailbone toward the pubic bone, navel toward the spine. Press the heels back. And either bringing the knees down first or staying in plank, elbows by your side, lower slowly onto your belly. Relax your toes and stack your hands under your forehead. Curl the right toes under, lift the right knee, press back through the right heel, press down into your hips and pelvis, and then lift the right leg without lifting the hip bone off the ground. Get your leg as high as it'll go while staying grounded through the hips. And then lift your head, reach your left arm forward. You can keep your right hand on the ground or you can reach it behind you. And then you can press the toenails of your left foot down, sinking more into the hips and lifting higher through the heart. And relax down. Curl both toes under, lift both knees, press down through the hips, lift both legs, lift your head. And then you can keep your hands here. You can bring them forward, which is the hardest, out to the side, which is easier, and back, which is easier still. You decide. Or you can just leave them on the ground. Slow breath, floating above the earth with your breath. And relax down, stack your hands, rest your forehead, let your heels fall out or in, whatever feels more easeful. And then with hands under shoulders, come back up into downward facing dog. Last one of today. And with an inhale, lift your left leg up. Exhale, step it up between the hands. Bring the back heel down. Lift yourself up. I'm going to come into a revolved warrior two. Start with the arms out to the side. And then exhale and turn your body to the left. Now take your gaze past your front hand. See if you can keep your ribs turning left, even though your head isn't. And then we'll bring that right hand down onto the ground. Take it up into a revolved half moon number two, lifting your back leg, lifting your left arm. Roll your belly up and to the left. And then let the back toes find the ground. And then wherever the foot lands, bring the rest of the foot down, walking yourself back, hovering over your left leg. And then if your hands come to the ground, if they don't, you're better off. Don't worry about it. If they do, it's kind of a disadvantage because you're going to be holding on instead of letting go. So if your hands come to the ground, just let them super soft on the ground. Just resting there, no weight in the hands. Pull the left hip back. Breathe long and slow. Bend your left knee, step your right foot up beside your left foot, step your left foot all the way back with the heel down, and lift yourself up. Arms out to the side, take a breath in. And then exhale, turn to your right. Straighten that left leg, push down into your left foot. Turn your ribs and belly, and then bring your head to face front. Bend deeply into that right knee. Deep stretch in that left hip flexor. Okay. And then we'll bring that left hand down to about 10 o'clock of the foot. Lift the back leg, the right arm. Take the left ribs down and under you, right ribs up. Engage your back leg, engage your breath. And bring the right hand down. Bring the left foot up beside the right foot. Bend your knees. Keep your knees bent and lift your arms and torso up. Pull the shoulders down. Heels on the ground, knees deeply bent. Bend your knees so much that it feels like it's trying to lift your heels off the ground. Go as far as you can go without the heels coming up. Deep stretch in the calves. And then pull your belly in and let your tailbone sink. Lengthen your low back. And then inhale, straighten your legs, lean back. And exhale, forward fold. Let's take hold of opposite elbows here. And let the weight of the elbows hang to the floor. Tuck the chin so that the arms are framing the head. And maybe sway those elbows side to side, letting the hips sway with the arms and the body. Beautiful. Release the elbows, soften the knees, roll yourself up, chin to chest. Reach the arms up and back and down, and see if you can take your elbows behind your back. Just breathe here. And then release the arms. Just stand for a moment. Feel your legs moving down into the earth. Just feeling the weight of your legs sinking down. And then shift weight into your left foot and distribute your weight across the entire bottom of the left foot and place your body over your left foot. Feel your breath in a nice, slow, easy rhythm. And then gently open your eyes, finding a gaze point in front of you. Staying connected to your breath. We'll bring the right foot up to the inside of the left leg, as high on the leg as you can. If that means you're down here, that's fine. If you can bring it to the top, great. And we're going to bring the right hand to the inside of the right thigh and open that leg. Take the left hand out so that it matches the right. Yeah, and if you want to challenge your balance more, you can bring the left arm up. And if you want to challenge your balance even more, you bring your gaze to the left and bend a little bit to the right. And release. Closing eyes, feeling feet and legs like the trunk of a tree, roots growing down into the earth. So solid, so heavy. You can feel the upper body with its branches reaching up toward the sun. Everything getting what it needs. The nourishment of the earth coming into the roots, the nourishment of the sun coming into the leaves and the branches. Then shifting into the right foot, balancing across the entire bottom of the foot, feeling the steady rhythm of breath as you open your eyes and find your drishti in front of you. Staying connected to the breath, locking in on your gaze. Lift your left foot to your inner right leg as high as you can place it on your leg. And then press the foot into the thigh and the thigh into the foot. That'll help you open that left hip. And we're going to use the hand up against the inner left leg to open a little bit more. And then the right hand either comes out, creating a nice A shape with your arms, or that right arm can come up. Or if you want to be a leaning tree, you take your gaze to the right and bend to the left. And release. Stand in stillness. Feeling both legs on the ground again. The heart and the head lifting. We'll take the legs a little wider apart, toes wider than the knees, bending the knees, hands on the thighs. Inhale, press down with the hands, lift up with the shoulders, roll the shoulders back, exhale out of the mouth, bending forward. Inhale, coming up, pressing hands down, lifting shoulders, rolling them back and down. Exhale out of the mouth, release over. A few more. Two more. And then bend deeply into the knees, finding your way all the way down onto your buttocks. Bye, Kelly. Happy New Year. And come onto your back with your knees bent. Send your arms out to the side and drop the knees to one side, turning your head to the other side. If you like placing your hand on top of your top thigh, you can do that as a little adjustment. Imagine rolling your breath from your downward facing hip to your upward facing shoulder. And then if you're using that hand as a adjuster, release it, lift the top knee up and over, pause in the center, bringing your hands to your inner thighs, taking a few breaths here. And then bring the knees over the other way, releasing the arms out, turning your head away from your knees. And if you want to rest that hand on top of your upper leg, go ahead. Sinking down into your lower hip and breathing up into your opposing shoulder. And then release your hand if you're using it. Come back to center, hug the knees in. Release the feet down. Lift the hips, tuck the tailbone. Release the legs and shake them out. If you have a night pillow, you can place that on your eyes, or maybe just close the eyes if that's comfortable. Rest the arms out away from the body. Take a deep breath in through the nose. Exhale out of the mouth, releasing the body into the ground. Inhale deep. Exhale out of the mouth, releasing the jaw, slightly parting the lips. Inhale deep. Exhale out of the mouth, releasing the activity of the mind. Letting your mind be occupied by the feeling of your breath. And releasing the breath. Just letting it be. And notice wherever you most easily experience the breath. And just let your mind rest there. Feeling it. Watching it. Returning to it when the mind has wandered. Deeply relaxed. Letting go. Letting go. Letting go. Breathe into your heart, move fingers and toes. Reach your arms overhead, take a deep breath, stretch long. Hug the knees into the chest and rock from side to side, feeling the ground massaging your back. And come center of hand to hand and foot to foot, waking up the energy in the body again. And then roll over onto either side, resting your head on your underside arm, resting your body on the ground. And then take a moment and reflect on your practice today and call to mind what was the most challenging part of your practice today. And then recall what you brought to that challenge, how you reacted. And if this is something you would like less of in the year to come, maybe you can work on releasing that. If it's something you want more of in the year to come, maybe you want to invite more of that. And then think about what was your favorite part of the practice today. And notice how you felt around that. And if this is something that you'd like more of in your life, maybe you can make the intention to invite that in. If it's something you'd like less of, intend to let it go. And then bring yourself up slowly to a comfortable seated position. Any way that you're comfortable is fine. Sinking into the sit bones, lifting through the crown of the head. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, hands together at the heart. Inhale the heart up to the hands. Exhale, shoulders relax down. Inhale deeply, breathing in from bottom to top. Take it all in. Let it all go. Drop the chin to the chest. Namaste. Wishing you a very happy new year. May the year